Hi, my name is Suzanne Benderitis, and I am an associate pastor here at Knox Presbyterian Church. And we are delighted to have with us today Reverend Sharon Core, who is going to be preaching for us this weekend. And so we will have an opportunity to get to know a little bit about her. And Sharon is our general presbyter here in the Presbytery of the Western Reserve. So Sharon, I'm going to ask you a few questions that just let us get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
So first of all, can you tell us a little bit about where you're currently serving? What does it mean to be a general presbyter?
So first of all, I'm delighted to be here and look forward to being with the John Knox congregation on Sunday. General presbyter is the mid-council leader position in the Presbyterian Church USA, and I have the great honor and privilege to work with our 36 churches around mission and ministry, understanding who they are as God's people in this part of Northeast Ohio, and how the presbytery as a whole can be Christ's disciples in this part of God's created world. And so I get to do all kinds of wonderful, fun things in working with churches and presbytery committees and helping the presbytery understand its own mission. It's no day is the same. It's all just exciting. I'm loving it.
Never a dull moment, right?
Never a dull moment. Never.
That is great. And we are so glad to have you serving in that role. So tell me, right now we are doing a series of devotionals related to walking with Jesus during this time of COVID or just in your regular, interactions with God. What is your favorite way to connect with God?
When I was in the 6th grade, my social studies teacher was Mrs. Ahern, and Mrs. Ahern taught me how to read the newspaper. And so that has been a daily practice for me. And I love to pray the newspaper. So as I am reading news notifications, or I am looking at print copies of newspaper or reading it on my iPad, I'm always thinking, what here needs to be prayed for? And where is God's heart breaking, or where is God rejoicing in what I'm seeing in the daily news?
So I love that. Yeah, I love thinking about different ways that we can connect with God in the activities of our own daily life. And what a wonderful way, because at least this week, reading the news can make me feel helpless. And inviting God into that experience can give me a sense of his presence and peace, as well as an activity I can engage in. So I love that. Thanks for sharing that, Sharon. So this Sunday, you're going to be sharing a sermon with us. What should we be listening for this Sunday?
So the first thing I would invite people to do is to read the scripture ahead of time. And that's Jeremiah 29, verses 4 through 7. And would invite folks to think about what jumps out at me. What am I hearing in this scripture reading? So that would be the first thing. I would also invite folks to begin thinking about, how would you define the neighborhood that the John Knox building sits in, recognizing that we are in this COVID world defining neighborhood differently. There's still the reality that this is the place where the congregation gathers when they're in person. And how does that physical location affect and guide the ministry of the church? So those are the two things I would invite people to think about ahead of time.
That is great. Yeah, for those of you out there, we are looking at this fall reading a book together called Neighborhood Church that I know Sharon will refer to, but I'm excited for this kickoff to get us thinking about our neighborhood and what is God calling us to in this particular space. That's exciting. So Sharon, when you have had a great day or a hard day and you want a sweet treat, what is your favorite sweet treat?
So I have two. neither of which I keep in my house, because if I did, it could be dangerous. One is a really good piece of baklava, and the other would be a really nice dish of creme brulee.
Ooh, yeah, those would be dangerous and also a lot of work to keep in your house. Both of those are very fiddly desserts, but amazing. Yeah. Maybe you should move to France. Those are or wherever, like nice patisseries are a nice patisserie that would prepare for you. Well, thank you, Sharon. I'm glad we've gotten to get to know you a little bit, and we look forward to hearing from you on Sunday. We will put that scripture in the link so that if people want to read that ahead of time and appreciate that invitation, they can do so. So please remember, you are not alone. God cares for you, and so do we. We hope to see you on Sunday. Thanks, Sharon.
Thanks.